Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Women's Wrestling Syndicate. Today we have one classy broad, hardcore, Heather Owens. Heather, are you with us? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Well, listen, I hear you were at Days of the Dead in Chicago this weekend. How the hell was that?
Some of it's a blur. It's a huge party. It's just such a fun time. Me and my husband, we help out, um, with the behind the scenes at Days of the Dead. So it's a blast. We meet so many awesome people.
Wow.
It's I can't even explain how fun it is. You just have to go and experience it.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, we have a little horror movie convention here in Pittsburgh, but it would be nothing like Days of the Dead. I mean, we have
Yeah,
like
it's
maybe 10 people that are like known names, and then the rest is just like vendors and stuff like that. But Days of the Dead, it's like, holy shit, there's like so many cool people that are
right.
go
Yeah, no.
there.
This weekend we had Alice Cooper, which was
Oh, wow.
oh my God, like that was huge. Such a sweetheart. He was awesome to do business with. So, you have Alice Cooper in one corner, and then you have Ric Flair in the other, and then you have Sid Haig. It's just absolutely
Yes.
amazing. Everybody that comes and hangs out, and everybody is
Wow.
so awesome to work with.
Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. I can't believe Alice Cooper was there. Wow. Wish we could bring him into
Yeah,
our horror movie convention.
this was the first convention that he's done. I think, I mean, definitely in the Midwest. I think maybe he's done something, in LA but yeah, he doesn't usually do these things, but it's all about who you know, and, somebody
Uh-huh.
knows an agent's a friend of somebody, and,
Uh-huh.
it's all word of mouth. Get through.
Wow, that's really cool. I'm gonna have to come to one of the Chicago Days of the Dead one of these days.
Yeah, well, it's not just Chicago. We have Chicago, we have Louisville, we have Indianapolis, we have Atlanta, and we have LA.
Oh wow. So you guys go all
Yeah.
over and do this stuff.
What?
So you and your husband go to all of them?
We go to all of them, but
Wow.
LA. We haven't been to the LA one yet, but they just celebrated. I think it was 21.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Yeah, horror
Yeah.
conventions are a lot of fun. They are. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the thing is too. I mean, it's not just horror. It's kind of branching out. You have the pop culture. You have the wrestling.
Mhm.
You have bands.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, bands should be definitely part of any kind of horror convention. I mean, music would be great. It's
Oh yeah, and I
universal.
mean a lot of it interlaps
Mhm.
with each other. Usually if you're a fan of horror movies, you grew up in the 80s or early 90s and you like wrestling and you're like, oh, I remember that wrestler.
Uh-huh.
Then you have that. So,
Hell
yeah, it all
yeah.
winds together.
Hell yeah. Speaking of wrestling, what made you get into wrestling?
Oh, well, I actually was, I guess you'd call me a late bloomer when it came to the wrestling business. I didn't watch wrestling as a kid, anything like that. The only child, so I was just in my own little, world. But when my dad actually got, I think it was like 15 tickets to a Raw in, I think it was like November of '97, and I knew there was two boys in my class that were huge wrestling fans, and I'm
Mhm.
like, this sounds like fun. And I was like, hey,
Mhm.
my dad just got a crap ton of tickets. You want to go? So it was me and like almost all the boys in my seventh grade class, and like two of their uncles or something, and then we went to Raw in Cincinnati, and it was at the Cincinnati Gardens, and just I had no idea who anybody was. It didn't matter, just the atmosphere in that building. We had shit seats, but it didn't, like, it was just great. I didn't know who Stone Cold was, but he was running out every two or three matches hitting somebody with a chair. So I just, ever since attending that live event, I got hooked. So I started watching on TV. And then, going through high school, I went to an all girls school, so at
Mm.
that time, you couldn't, you know, didn't have a wrestling team. They didn't have anything like that. So
Mm.
I just, just kept watching it. And as soon as I graduated high school, I had no desire to go to college. I
Mm.
wanted to go to wrestling school. So that's where I went.
Wow.
So in 2002, I went to wrestling school here in Cincinnati.
Wow.
And, yeah.
And the
That's
rest
where it
is
all
history.
began.
And the rest is history, right?
Right. Well, hopefully not even history. Hopefully we're just adding on to it. It's just, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you had some pretty, pretty good matches. I've watched, a bunch of them on YouTube, for a while now, and
Oh, I appreciate
really,
that.
really
Yeah, and
good
it
stuff.
seems like all the time when I actually, when I wrestle and I feel, as a wrestler, you're like, oh, that match was just okay. But when you have those matches that are absolutely amazing
Uh-huh.
against, amazing people that you never thought that you'd be able to get in the ring with,
Mhm.
somehow those don't get on the internet. Nobody
Mhm.
sees those matches, so that sucks.
Yeah.
Because
Oh
there have been so many matches that I've been so incredibly proud of, but unless you were there in the crowd, you had no idea that it even happened.
yeah.
So,
I remember one I was watching. It was you and Thunder Kitty, and I can't. It was a triple threat match, I believe. I can't remember who the
oh,
other
okay.
person was. It was you and Thunder Kitty, and I can't remember who
Was
the
it
third one
was it
was.
Crazy Mary?
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
okay, for Resistance Pro.
Uh huh. Mhm.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I've wrestled Thunder Kitty. It's weird though because I've been in the business. I've been wrestling for December 30th will be 11 years.
Mhm.
So people like Thunder Kitty and Crazy Mary, that name and they've been around,
Mhm.
but I didn't really start getting to work with them until the last couple years.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, both of them have a character.
Mhm.
They have a different style. So when you have a triple threat, Kitty is definitely different than I am, and we're both totally different than Crazy Mary
Uh
is.
huh.
She's on a whole nother level. But yeah, when you take all three different aspects of us, I think it turned out to be, great.
Oh yeah, it was. And they kind of double teamed you there, and you you
Oh yeah, I'm
you
used to that.
you you probably
I'm
have
usually
some
the
beef.
outsider, and I'm just like, ah, shit. Well, all
Mhm.
right.
Mhm. Well, I think you got to get your revenge against those two. Uh huh.
I think I should. I have a match coming up against Thunder Kitty.
Uh huh.
I believe it's a six-man in Lima, Ohio, next, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday. So
Oh wow.
hopefully I can get a little bit of revenge.
So it's gonna be there's gonna be six of you. Who are the other participants?
Yes, it's actually me, my trainer, Cody Hawk,
Mhm.
No Shame, Jimmy Shane, versus it's going to be Bruce Gray, John Murray, and Thunder Kitty.
Oh wow. That sounds like a
Yeah.
pretty awesome match. That's
I'm
gonna be
sure
a good
it's
one.
going to be intense and ridiculous.
Mhm.
There's no other way to explain what it's going to be.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely. What's your most memorable match that you've ever had?
Most memorable. Um, I have to say I believe it was the very first girl fight, which Man Pondo, that's kind of his promotion. He started
Mhm.
it. It was me versus Jessica Havoc, and
Oh.
it was like a street fight,
Ooh.
anything goes match, and man, we whooped the crap out of each other. But I can't even explain. It was just a fun match, and I've always looked up to Havoc, and I've always
Mhm.
loved her work. So when I actually get in the ring with her, it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
But
She
yeah, no,
she she's very nice.
Because I remember at one point we were on the outside and we were over by the gimmick table, and she had picked up one of her DVDs and said, "Hey, you need to get some pointers. You got to watch my matches," or something like that. And then she took the DVD and just whacked me across the face with
Oh,
it.
oh.
Now, mind you, adrenaline's going. You're like, "Oh, that sucked." But
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize until I got home I had an outline on my face and bruise from from the DVD case. It
Oh,
was,
wow.
and then I had to go to work the next day explaining, "Hey, don't mind my face. I
I,
got hit in the face with a DVD."
yeah. Wow.
So yeah, but no, when your adrenaline is pumping, it's fun. It hurts, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I I love when I get to do fun, matches with people, especially like Jessica.
Wow, that's cool. I'm gonna have to check that one out. Is that one on YouTube?
I don't know if it is. It should be on video because I know that the girl fights usually on video. So I'm
Uh,
sure it's out there somewhere. I just have to track it down. But once again, unless you was there, I don't know if it was ever put on YouTube. So I'm like, well, shit. I was like, I
yeah.
swear it was a good match.
Wow.
Just take my word for it.
I'm gonna have to look that up, or else I'll just have to start, buying some of the girl fight videos.
Yeah,
I've seen a
yeah. I
couple of the
mean, the
matches, but
company
yeah.
Girl Fight is
Mhm.
absolutely amazing because it's they're not divas. We're
Right.
all just girls that just kick ass.
Right.
All of us on there. It's just so much fun. And you know, there's girls that I would have never been able to do shows with unless it was for Hondo bringing all these amazing girls in. So
Oh,
love working for him.
that's cool. That's cool. Do you have any interesting road stories since you travel and do all the all these different shows? Do you have any interesting, funny, comical road stories?
Um, well, let's just say throughout 11 years being on the road, there's I don't know how family friendly, you know, interviewee the stories I have.
No holds barred. This is hardcore
Yes,
time. This is hardcore time.
yeah. Um, you know, I mean, there literally has been so many, so many throughout the years. It's hard to just put them out there. The only uh, let's see. Well, it's kind of a story. Not really. It's just kind of one of those events that happened.
Mhm.
Um, Me and my husband Eddie Gonzalez. He doesn't wrestle anymore because of bad hits and
Mm.
everything else. Wrestling
Mhm.
takes a toll on your body. So,
Oh yeah.
um, me and him, we actually got booked in the middle of Indiana, which is very common.
Mhm.
It was some kind of fair carnival show,
Mm.
and the promoter, I totally forget his name, but he looked like Santa Claus. He looked like a broke ass Santa Claus. So we're like, oh, we didn't know this ahead of time. We're like, okay, we'll go there, and it was 2 days. It was like a Saturday and Sunday, but it was 5 shows.
Mhm.
It was like 3 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, whatever. So they ended up having a hotel.
Mm.
Well, when we get there, it was legit in the middle of like cornfields. GPS. This was before the days of GPS. This was like
Oh no.
Google Maps. So we're just driving this over. We're like, where the hell is this place? Finally, you turn at the right cornfield. There it is. So, we get there, and we actually knew some of the boys that were wrestling there, which was, made it a little easier.
Oh yeah.
But then there was just a lot of other, just, those people that you look at, and you're like, you should never get in a wrestling ring.
Uh
Like,
huh.
what are you doing? Well, the show was probably about 75% those people,
Oh.
and then 20, 25% other people that actually, went to wrestling school, and we're supposed to be there. Well, the ring was, we actually had to share that tent with a legit circus show. Like, we were in a 3-ring circus tent. They had lions. They had elephants. It was absurd. But the
Oh.
problem is, when you would put the ring up, you would have to take the ring down so they could do their show. We would then, an hour later, put the ring back up. The issue
Oh.
was, elephants go to the bathroom whenever they want.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So when we're trying to re-put this ring up, elephant shit everywhere. Like, we are,
Oh.
just ring posts, just going and poop and,
Oh.
just freaking gross. Well,
Oh.
then, later in the day, it starts raining.
Oh
So,
no.
where the ring was at the very, very top, that's where, like, the circus pole and everything met. So there was
Oh.
a hole. So then, the ring started getting soaking wet. And it wasn't just a nice, good canvas, it was a vinyl canvas.
Oh no.
Huge slip and slide. Like,
Oh.
muddy, shitty slip and slide. So,
Oh.
had to go through all that. Okay, like the third show or whatever finished. So we're like, okay, now we couldn't just go home. We actually had to stay there and perform the next day. So it was one of those, like, oh my God, like, I just want to go home. And
Oh.
you didn't get paid till the last day. So I'm like,
Mhm.
fuck, we have to stay so we get
Yeah.
paid. Because it was getting so bad. I'm like, dude, I'm about to just eat the loss and just, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's
Yeah.
get out of Indiana, please.
Oh.
But then, it's like, we slept, we woke up, and we really contemplated. We're like, we should just go. No, let's not do this. But we manned up. We did the final 2 shows or whatever on Sunday. And then when it came to getting paid,
Oh no.
I got paid, what I was supposed to. No problem. The husband did not.
No, that's not good.
So, and if anybody, has met my husband, it don't
Yeah.
work like that. You don't fuck him over. He will make sure he gets his money. So him and the promoter are like getting in a fight, and there was about to be some like it's thrown punches, and I'm like, oh my God, we're never going to get out of the state. Ed's going to go to jail for fighting Santa Claus, and so it finally got to the point. I think I don't know. I just know we ended up getting all the money that we were, told to get. And as soon as that happened, we bailed. Like, there was no interaction with nobody. We put our shit in the car and just left.
Wow.
And it was just, when we were there, we're like, oh my God, this is just horrible. But we kept telling ourselves, for like in a week or 2, we're going to laugh about it. It's going to be a funny joke. When we were there, dude, it was.
Oh yeah, that's not funny.
Between both of us, we've dealt with some really just shitty people.
No,
But
why
it's just little things
promoters?
like that.
No, promoters out there. I'm going to say one thing too. I don't know if there's any promoters watching, but promoters, when you want to run a wrestling show, make sure that you have everybody's money first before you even bring the people in. The
Exactly.
common sense.
Don't do this. Oh, well, the gate wasn't good. That's not
No,
our fault.
no,
That's
no.
your fault for not promoting.
That's right.
Ah.
Yeah, those kind of stories, they just make me shake my head. You don't do that. You give people what you
Exactly.
can't
It's a
promise them.
business. If you want to run a business,
Right.
yes, have the money ready to go. Yeah, I
Mhm.
love the promotions that, I'm very picky of who I work for anymore.
Oh
I've been doing
yeah.
this almost 11 years.
Mhm.
I know my place in wrestling. I'm not trying to get a job with WWE.
Mhm.
I just want to have fun, have a good experience, help other girls get to the next level, whatever I can do.
Right.
That's why I'm there.
Mhm.
But, as soon as I go to a promotion, they give me my money straight up front. And they're like, here you go. And I'm like, oh my God, I love you guys. Like,
Uh-huh. Yep.
I want to perform better. It's like I want to have an amazing, extra cool
Mm-hmm.
match.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're being professional,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be extra professional.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, guys. So listen, listen, listen. Make sure you pay your workers because sometimes if you don't pay your wrestlers, parts of the ring go missing. And then you can't run another show, can you? No, sir.
Exactly. Like, I know this is really screwed up to say, but I'm like, that one day I want to, like, them just completely fuck me over.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is really, really screwed up to say, but I'm like, I would just like to go in the middle of the ring and
Mm-hmm.
take a shit. I know that's like pretty classy to say, right? It's like, hey, you don't pay hardcore Heather Owens, she's gonna go take a shit in the middle of your ring.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Hey, you know what? Hey, maybe that kind of not necessarily you doing it, but maybe it kind of needs to happen to wake these people up.
Yeah.
That
Now, I don't want any promoters listening on here to be like, oh, well, we're just going to book Heather and see if she does it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't want to have to, but I'm
don't make
pretty
her do
sure I
it.
will. So, like I said, I just want to go have fun. I don't want to get hurt. I want to entertain the crowd. So,
Exactly.
that's what I do.
That's right. Exactly. Is there
I'm sure
anybody
if I took a shit in the middle of the ring, that would be entertaining, but
that is there anybody in the future that you'd like to have a match with?
oh, in the future. Well, there is one person that I've never even gotten the chance to meet, and I swear that if this match ever happens, it will be one of the most memorable matches ever. And I want to wrestle against ODB. I've never
Oh,
wrestled her, but that would be the classiest, most hilarious, fun match ever.
that would be
So
awesome. That
I'm
would
just
be
throwing it
awesome.
out there. Anybody listening?
Uh-huh.
Hardcore Heather Owens and ODB, please.
Make it happen. Somewhere. Make it happen.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I've been
Please.
lucky to be in the ring, with Jessica Havoc,
Mm-hmm.
and like Nevaeh and Crazy Mary, Mickey Knuckles. And I've been lucky. Like right when I started in the business, I wrestled, like Tracy Brooks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So and if I a lot of times I get put in the matches with the green girls, which
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with
Mm-hmm.
because then I try to show them that they don't have to go out there and do all this crazy shit.
Right.
You just got to work
Exactly.
with the crowd. You got to be
Yes.
entertaining. Like I'm not going to go out there and do a flip. No, I don't do flips, and
Yeah.
you will not see me be coming off the top rope at all. But certain
Heck
people,
yeah.
that's their thing. Which I'm
Right.
not dissing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's
Right.
just that's not me.
Right. Just keep it
Never
simple
has been.
and do what you do best.
Exactly. Hey, and I can still walk, so I'm doing something right.
Exactly. And then you better stay healthy. I'm like a mother hen. Please be careful. Be
Yeah.
careful.
Well, that's
I
the
care
thing. Yeah.
about you
I mean,
guys.
I only wrestle maybe. I mean, I was wrestling anywhere from 2, 3 times a week. Now, once, twice a month.
Mhm.
But right now, I'm okay with that because I screwed up my back last year.
Oh.
Actually, I screwed it up 2 years ago.
Mm.
But I was stubborn, never got it looked at.
Mm.
It was actually, I broke my back, and
Mm.
2 years went by, and then finally they did the scans and
Mhm.
stuff. And they're like, yeah, you broke your back because part of your lower, I think it's my L5,
Mhm.
broke off. I
Oh.
have a piece of my bone floating around my back.
Oh.
So when I
Jeez.
get in the ring, I'm still hard hitting. I do what I do, but I'm finally learning to really take care of myself.
Oh yeah. You have to.
So yeah,
You have to. So you have that show in what is that, Lima, Ohio? That six person tag,
yeah,
and that's
yeah. Lima, Ohio. It's a company called War Wrestling. Absolutely it's an amazing company to work for. I love going up there. The locker room's great. The stands are just ridiculous. Like
that's
on
good.
average, a normal show is anywhere between 400 and 600 people. Their anniversary show, which is in January or February
Mhm.
usually, easily 1,000 people.
Wow.
And they're hot. They're so appreciative, and they love it. And that's what I want. You work smarter and less, I
Mhm.
feel, when you have a really hot, excited crowd.
Exactly.
Um,
That's right. Heck yeah,
yeah,
you
I mean,
gotta
I've
keep them
wrestled in front
coming.
of 10 people, and I've wrestled in front of 1,200 people.
Mhm. Wow.
It's definitely a different span, but you still have to give it 110%.
Exactly. Do you have anything else coming up that we can tell the fans about?
I have a birthday coming up next Saturday, which is also the War Wrestling
Uh
Show.
huh.
So if anyone is in the Lima, Ohio area, you should go
Yeah.
and just say happy birthday, Heather.
We'll get
But
you
yeah, no.
get
So that's coming up.
we could get the crowd chanting "Happy birthday, Heather! Happy birthday!" Have somebody bring out a cake.
I did kind of mention to the promoter twice. I'm like, you know what the next show is, right? She's like, no. I'm like, it's my birthday. I'm I'm such a child. She's like, well, what kind of birthday cake do you like? I'm like,
Oh, there you go.
a
See,
cake covered in sprinkles.
there you
Like,
go.
yeah,
See.
I'm such a child. I love it. You gotta have fun with life. Life's too
Yes, you
short.
do. You do. You have to. That's definitely words to live by. Life's too short. Have fun.
Yes.
Just don't be so serious.
Actually, I do have a girl fight show coming up. It's in Georgetown, Kentucky.
Ooh.
And I want to say, I don't have my schedule in front of me, but I believe that it's December 18th.
Where'd you go? We can't hear you. And we'll be right back. We just lost her. Oh, we lost you. All right, we're back here. All right, fans, we're back. We just technical difficulty. It happens.
Oh, fucking technology. See what I say. Goddamn technology. Yeah, I don't even know. I was just rambling about birthdays. And you were like, oh, I'm done.
So yeah, definitely, we're gonna have to plug the girl or the was it the girl fight one.
Yeah, the girl fight show. But yeah, it's on my Facebook. So
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely have to send a plug out, definitely. And if you guys are in that area, be there for that one. That's gonna be off the hook.
yeah, but usually in December and January, I try to take a lot less bookings just because it's the holidays.
Yeah.
Traveling in the Midwest is so questionable. Like I don't want to be that guy that like takes a booking and then I have to cancel or something last minute because of the snow and
Yeah,
yeah. Because
that's
I love my
smart.
car too much. I love my life too much. I don't
Uh-huh.
want either one to go. So,
Exactly. That's smart. That's very smart.
yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say to the fans?
No, just I mean, I really do appreciate the fans that I have out there. I never would have thought 11 years ago when I got into this business that I would actually have people that look up to me, and that's all I'm trying to do.
Yep.
Those young kids, whether boys, girls, I don't care who they are. I just when they come up to me and they say, Heather, thank you, or will you watch my match, like anything
Hmm.
like that, I'm very appreciative of. So thank
That's
you.
great. That's great. All right. Well, we want to
Yeah.
thank Hardcore Heather Owens for being with us today, and who
Yes,
will.
thank you so much. I'm so excited to be on this show. Thank you.
Hey, anytime you have something you want to say, feel free to come on the Syndicate and spill your guts.
Cool. Rock on.
All right, fans, who's going to be our next guest? I don't know. We'll find out together. Have a good holiday and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Bye bye.